So yeah, to continue the story now, because YouTube basically cuts you off when you get to 10 minutes. So this girl basically, you know, after a while, there was like division between me and this girl, because I was just like getting upset and stuff. And at the same time too, I had broken up with someone, and I just decided that basically it was a time for a change of scenery. In any case, I said I was going to use that opportunity because everybody knew I, you know, got my heart broken and stuff like that. But my work never fails, man. My work never fails. I mean, I give thanks to God, because if it was not for God, I'm telling you people, I would be on the ground face down, eating the dirt. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm being straight up with you people. You need to respect the Lord. The Lord is... He's unexplainable, man. The magnificence that is God. I don't care what people say, whether you believe or you don't believe. This is my belief. I believe there is a God, and I believe that He loves me, and I believe that He is for me and not against me. In any case, so eventually now, you know, I got broken up with. I ride out the season until, you know, the gym went on a hiatus. And when the gym was on a hiatus, I went on an interview to go work as, you know, basically as a supervisor of another company. I mean, I got out of the coaching bit for 1 year because I was like, yo, you know. In any case, when I wrote this boss to tell her that basically, you know, I'm leaving and stuff. By the way, I worked for these people and took no vacation at all for 2 straight years. And this is the type of person that I am. I have not had a vacation for a very long time because I honestly, really and truly believe that I'm a workaholic. You see me? So, in any case, I basically like, you know, I basically, oh, yeah, it's fine. Okay. So I basically now, like, you know, wrote this boss a letter saying that, yo, I'm gonna go on a vacation, and you don't have, I don't like, I'm going on a vacation, but I don't need, you know, I'm going on leave without pay, basically. That's what I told her. And I'm going off for a month and stuff, so whatever. Okay. You know, thinking that this boss would understand, because, you know, she put this person in my position, then, you know, obviously I'm not gonna be missed. So, to quote you the letter that my boss wrote me, you know, the first things she was asking is, you know, is everything okay? Is there anything that she can do to make it better? Oh, now you're asking me if there's anything you can do to make it better for me after you done screw me over and you're starting to put people in position that you're not supposed to put there. And you're trying to, what I realize women like to do, and I'm going to show you this through the consistency of my videos, of what I've experienced with female bosses that I've worked with. Female bosses tend to like to use you and not pay you. Male bosses, they know that when they have somebody good, I'm telling the honest truth. Male bosses tend to take care of their good workers. And that's what I don't know who experienced a bad male boss and stuff like that, and I'm sorry that you have. But every time I bump up into a male boss, good or bad, male bosses tend to take care of people who make them a lot of money. Women don't do that. Women shit on people who make them the most money in their company. And I'm going to show you a consistency of that in my next few videos. In any case, the boss and I went on a back and forth with our emails, and eventually she said to me, "No, how can you do this to me? Because, you know, you're the most important person in this gym. You teach like 90% of the classes." You understand what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, I teach 90% of the classes. All right, so if I teach 90% of the classes, do you not think and understand that I'm supposed to be the person in a certain position? You understand? Because my usefulness outweighs the usefulness of all the other coaches. But no, what you wanted to do was use me and use me up until, you understand, I was dead like a horse. And you didn't, and you know what, too? People, some women bosses, they seldom pay you what you're worth. They try to always get over on you. And there were people in that gym that didn't do diddly squat. And I'm telling you, didn't, like, some of these coaches didn't do diddly squat. And they were being paid to do nothing. And I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not going to be a part of that. I'm not going to allow people to use me up and not pay me. And I left. Is it me? And I'm not going to show you people the emails and stuff, but she come with a whole bunch of story about what was happening in her life at the moment that I am leaving, and she was like, oh, this person leaving, that person leaving, but the importance of them leaving was not as important as me leaving. And that's what she made known to me. She was like, oh, I can replace this person, I can replace that person, and 3 people were leaving at the time that I was leaving, and I did not even know this. You understand? And then she was like, but I can't replace you because of what you teach, who you teach, and how you teach. I can't replace you. Is it me? Right? And it was like 4 emails before I just tell her that point blank, you know what you did, and I'm not coming back. Is it me? And I'm not looking to be paid and stuff like that because I have money saved up and stuff. I don't need a last minute pay. I don't need my last works pay. I've made up my mind and I am out. And let me tell you something, people. Some people don't understand something. But when I leave a job, I always step out on a limb of faith with God. Because I always consult God before I leave. I tell God how I feel. I tell God how I feel. Right? And I tell God, you know, God. You see and you know. And this is how I speak to God too. I recognize and acknowledge God for who He is, which is an eternal being, an all-powerful, all-knowing being, and that He knows. And I always say this prayer because I love God this way. I say, Father, you see and you know. And that's the most I need to say when I say these things, because I know that God knows exactly what I'm talking about. And sometimes the Bible says, let your answers be yea or nay, because anything else is sin. And because there's so much anger in me at the time, I always just look at God and say, God, you see and you know. You understand? God sees how people are treating you in life. And God knows. And God acts, because there is no way I can just step out on the limb of faith that I step out on, not knowing where my next job is going to come from, and have the next job without, like, you know what I'm saying? And it always happens when I need it to happen, not when I want it to happen. So, a lot of people may not believe this, but one thing that you need to know as men, as women, I don't care, is your worth and your value as a person, and the work and the value that you bring to a company. Don't let the threat of losing your job or the threat of your pay not coming in cause you to not move away from what is hurting you and what is preventing you from growth. You understand? If you feel like you're not growing somewhere, you should leave and move on and start over. You understand? You're not dead. Leave, move on, start over, and grow somewhere else.